Quantitative Research for D. Nicole Salon and Spa by Tara Williams. Situation analysis. Although D. Nicole is currently making a profit, it is only about $40,000. This is not a gratifying amount, especially with the amount of work that goes into the operation. Standing out as a family-oriented salon, it does maintain a significant return clientele. However, it has trouble acquiring new customers, which may mostly be due to the bad location. Alongside an inability to build a heavy clientele base, D. Nicole's employees do not sell nearly enough retail hair product items. It is imperative that the employees and owners pay more attention to retail sales as well as customer return. In order to produce increased revenue, D. Nicole must enforce a louder campaign, which will induce a larger new customer rate. This will be the point that employees have the opportunity to push more hair product items, increase the current ticket sale by suggesting further services, as well as give the customer a reason to come back. When a customer wants to return to a location because they enjoyed their experience, it is most likely that they are going to tell others about their experience, therefore bringing even further business. The objectives of the focus group. The objectives of this focus group are to pinpoint the customer's overall feelings of the salon. It is important to know which advertising methods are working and which may not be. Using a survey will allow customers to elaborate on their feelings about the service they were provided, the service provider, as well as how they were treated by any staff members that they came into contact with. Lastly, are the customers being informed of the retail product that we offer and why particular products would be beneficial to their home hair regimen? The participants. Participants will be 10 random customers of the salon in no particular order with no particular services or particular service providers. The setting and procedure. The customer will be asked to fill out the survey either while they are processing, if they are receiving a chemical service, this is usually about 30 minutes, at a small table in a quiet room before they leave, if they have time, and place it in a box. Or they will have the option to fill it out online through email when they get home and resubmit it to us. We are offering 50% retail discount incentive. Avoiding moderator bias. I will avoid moderator bias by using questions that are blunt and to the point with no persuasive phrases. No employee of the salon will be present while the customers are responding to the surveys. Therefore, they will not feel inclined to answer a certain way. A box will be used for the placement of the finished surveys, which mixes them up into no particular order. The surveys also will remain anonymous. These factors all ensure completely unbiased answers. The questions and the analyzation of the answers. The following results were analyzed according to the Center of Civic Partnerships, quantitative research methods, finding the answers through numerical observations. Number 1, are you returning customer of D. Nicole Salon and Spa, or are you a new customer? I had over 50 surveys filled out by clients. I chose to only analyze customers who were new to the salon in order to keep out biases from customers who have been coming to the salon for quite some time. Number 2, through what means did you hear about D. Nicole Salon and Spa? Number 1, Clipper Magazine. Number 2, Groupon. Number 3, Living Social. Number 4, Google. Number 5, word of mouth. And number 6, the signs outside of the building. Out of 10 people questioned, 4 said Groupon, 2 said word of mouth, and 4 said Google. These numbers tell me that these 3 methods are working the most. Seeing as 0 out of 10 said Living Social or the signs on the street, it is clear that these methods work the least. Of course, it is possible that in a larger amount of people, some would answer one or all of those 3, but they are definitely not as efficient. Number 3, what service did you receive today? Rate your experience. Number 1, awful, 2, fair, 3, okay, 4, good, and 5, excellent. Please elaborate on your answer. The services that people answered that they received all differed. The broad importance here, however, was how they rated their experience. The results were as follows. 1 person said fair, 3 said good, and 6 said excellent. Looking at these results quantitatively, it seems that overall, people are very pleased with the services they are receiving. 60% of new customers that were surveyed found their service to be excellent. 30% of new customers that were surveyed found their services to be good. As much as excellent is the answer we are striving for, anything from good through excellent is acceptable. Combined, 90% of new customers surveyed found their service to be enjoyable. Only 1 out of 10 found their service to be fair. Number 4, did your service provider educate you on the retail product that you need to further care for your hair at home? 1, yes, and 2, no. Discuss in detail what was suggested. Out of 10 people questioned, 6 said no and 4 said yes. The results show that 60% of new clients are not being informed of what retail products they should buy to care for their hair at home. 40% replied that they were, in fact, informed about retail products. Although more were not informed, it is good that at least some stylists are taking the time to educate their customers. However, 60% of opportunities to upsell have been missed. Number 5, please rate your experience with the front desk. 1, negative, 2, fair, 3, good, 4, excellent and positive experience. Please elaborate. The results show that 20% found their experience to be negative, 30% found it to be fair, 30% found it to be good, and 10% found it to be excellent. This feedback shows that people were not overly impressed with the front desk service. Although 10% found it to be excellent, in order to be successful, the percentage for a positive experience should be much higher. Even just one negative experience is enough to realize that D. Nicole Salon and Spa has a problem that should be addressed. 50% of new customers surveyed found their experience to be either negative or fair. This number is much too high. Number 6, if you are a new customer, would you return to D. Nicole Salon and Spa? 1 for yes and 2 for no. Why or why not? The feedback resulted in 90% of new customers that were surveyed responding that they would come back to D. Nicole Salon and Spa. 10% of customers surveyed say they would not return. This one person, who seemed to have been negatively affected by the receptionist and the service, is one customer less that the salon has. Although it was mostly positive reviews, this one person has the potential to spread word of their bad experience to many people, resulting in the loss of more potential customers. Conclusions. It is very clear through my observations that most clients are very happy with the services they receive and the employees that provide them. Overall, it seems that customers enjoy the environment, which is what I was hoping for and definitely hypothesized. However, clients do mention that they feel negativity from the front desk, which can be a defining factor for some people to not return. Some clients do notice an impatient, hostile, unfriendly reception area, and having even just one customer say that will deter them from ever returning, makes it an area that needs immediate attention. Luckily, the poor reception desk only deterred one customer from ever returning. However, it was also coupled with a negative service experience. Looking at the retail sales problem, most customers say that they would buy them if they were more educated upon what they need and how to use them. This suggests that we are only lacking in retail sales because employees either lack the knowledge themselves or are not taking the necessary steps to sell the retail. Having 60% of customers surveyed say that their service provider did not inform them of the products that they needed shows that there is a lack of attention to this area. According to the feedback, most people are hearing about us through Groupon or word of mouth. The fact that word of mouth is so prevalent means that people are enjoying their experience and telling others to come as well. This is a very good sign for the business as a whole. And that concludes my presentation.